Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys, and we have Bean in his back, Beanhole. The All right, so we have a mouse. I was just considering what I was going to call this, and I was coming to the conclusion as this is a big blocking mission and event we're going to watch right here. That it probably had to do something with beans and blockage, but I don't know. Well, there you go. There's your first block. We've got. Oops! Now somebody's tracked us. Looks like the AMX wants to eat one in the turret. He actually gets one through and kills Bean's gunner. That's a lot of gold there, AMX 50. There is one artillery, so you're going to have to accept that the 53, 55 every 40 or so seconds is going to bomb you in the mouths. Going to bomb you right in the mouth. I might go back with bean blockage. T10 just bounced, and we're up to 1200. And it looks like Bean is just daring these guys, like, all right, y'all, just shoot me. Shoot me again. I ain't dead yet. Well, the 100-01 says I can block. Or the 168. Is that the 160? That's the 168. 01P says I can block, and these two guys say not really. You know, you're not. You're no mouse. I know the mouse, and you are no mouse, sir. There we go. Right, spanked in the mouse. All right. This is going to be the bad joke. Oh, look at this. We've got a E100 on the other side, but he eats one into the turret, that flat plate, and look at we're up to 2,600. The Artie just fired, but it looks like he did nothing but stun. All right, so he missed. Maybe he was going after the 168.01. Look at the nice angle. So working with a mouse, one thing to, nice shot right there, get up underneath the track, but didn't quite pin, so that's a bit of a bummer. See how he's angling the tank right there? And maybe even slightly over-angling the turret. I think one thing he's maybe concerned about is if that T95 can get up and over and get a shot at him. So that might be why he's over-angling just a little bit on the turret there, but not bad. So while you're on a reload, the point of this is while you're on a reload with the mouse, angle your hole in your turret as required for the guys who may have shots and wait for the reload and then come in and take a shot. And he's already done this a couple times, but watch as he does this, that he only really comes out with the flat of the turret. Get what he's doing here with his gun when he's ready for a shot. Is he going to be able to sneak one into that? He sure is. And the WZ gets a big chunk of him. Okay, so maybe he was hit by the WZ earlier and he knew that. That was probably where the turret angling was coming from. And now he's dealing with the T95. The good thing about things like WZs and T95s on block missions is they do a large alpha. So if you do manage to block them, you're going to get a lot of your block mission out of the way. The bad news is if they happen to pen, they get a lot of pen and a lot of damage. So the Udez has a lot of good pen, and he ends up getting through. Unsure if it was the turret. You'd have to slow it down and look at it. Actually, that's not going to help you guys because you can't manipulate the replay, so too bad. Right in the turret. There we go. Nicely done. We're at 1,900 damage, 5,430, so we almost have the block mission. Most of them are twice the hit points. Most of them are twice the hit points. There's other ones that are get, steel wall, and some other things like that. So I'm not sure what we're doing here. Let's see. We're doing the tempered steel, 25%, destroy, cause, receive, and block. All right, this is a mission where he needs 14 grand of everything together. Now, I don't know if he gets to that on this one, to be quite honest. Let's take a look at that. He is definitely going to, more than likely, he's going to get the double mission where he blocks double his own hit points. His team isn't doing very well, despite him tanking 6,000 hits. His team has not really taken a big advantage of all that shooting the enemy's doing against him. Usually they do. There's not a lot of guys up here, actually. Looks like they've been outnumbered for a good portion of the game. They only lost the 168. Did we lose a TD back here? No, there's just not many people here. Interesting. Usually when you tank that much damage in a local area like this, if you've got enough tanks, they take advantage. So everyone's shooting at you, and they do a nice job. Look at that. I want to throw another thing out there you just saw. He's going to aim in and shoot, and as soon as he's done shooting, he twitched his turret. Whether that was done on purpose or by accident, that's a good plan. I'm going to try to get into the flat of this guy's turret. Was he going to give him a back deck? There we go. That's the nice thing about the APCR on the Mals. It's not amazing on the pen. What do we got? It's 311. But it is generally enough to go through the flat plate of an E100. Not every time, but it will work. Looks like we're going for the lower plate, and we get a nice one into the lower plate. The other thing about the Maus Top Gun is it is actually decently accurate for such a big tank. Oh, we're going to go right into there. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. Up into the wheel, and there's a bit of hole back behind it right there. So if you can penetrate through that armor, you get into the juicy bits. This T95 has been firing standard, so I wonder if he's going to go to gold. Look at that angled turret. We're going to kill this guy off, aren't we? No, geez, almost. And that was even a high roll at 524. What is the alpha on this thing? 490, so not a massively high roll, but it was a high roll nonetheless. We have blocked 8,920. We've done 4,800. I think we've done this. Have we done this? We've done this thing. We have. We're over 14. Well done, man. What a great setup for him as well. Top tier. Not a lot of artillery. And happy day. The artillery's done, so they're not going to rain on him anymore. Let's see if he sneaks one. Where's he going? Oh, look at that. So he goes into the wheel of the T95. That's a relative weak spot there. I thought he might try to snipe the hatch. Look at the angling. See how he's just sort of baiting him on the angling? He's like, go ahead. Oh, he hit the ground. That's too bad. He's going to go lower plate again. This T95 got absolutely abused by Bean. Well done. You know, when you have enough beans and you get a lot of blockage, you know, that you're going to end up with 8,920 beans blocked. I am cracking myself up. All right. It doesn't matter if I'm the only one who laughs, okay? I don't care. I'm in that part of life where I can laugh at my own stuff. The AMX-50B, laugh maniacally at my own stuff. The AMX-50B gets one more shot, so he puts Bean into one-shot territory for the grill for certain, potentially for the T49 if he gets behind him, and maybe even the UDES, but Bean cares not. Bean does not care. Look at him. He's just coming up and over in the bare ground. This isn't won by any... Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, look out, Grillet. Are we going to survive the Grillet? Because we weren't able to kill him. Oh, he shot somebody else. Fantastic. He decides not to go after the... Oh, I was hoping that was spotting, but somebody else must have been seeing him at the same time. That's too bad. 6,000 damage. Oh, boo. The UDES did have enough. 6,064. That was amazing. Oh, it went away from him. I may have to back up. Hold on. We're going to have to back up because we got to find out what that was. Is Bean still alive? 6,064 damage. 8,920 blocked. And the cherry on top of 475. All those three added together are well north. He already had it a while ago. Of the 14,000. Did he not do it with honors? How did he not do... Oh, cause 25%. Well, wait a minute. He did 6,000 damage. What the... Holy cow. This is a weird one, to be quite honest. It is easier to do the 25% total damage caused by your team if you win, but there's a lot of tanks left on the board. I.e., you do a lot of damage, and say you cap, or maybe some of your teammates cap, and leave some of the damage on the board that other people can't gobble up. It's easier for you to do it with that. I'm really surprised he didn't get it on this one, to be honest. That's amazing, with 6,000 damage. They are going to win. Maybe this doesn't... He's going to have to let us know if he got it with honors. I don't remember his write-up. Maybe these don't show up until you actually win. I'm not sure. Sometimes those things are mech'd weird. Really nicely done. That was a master's class, guys, on blocking with the Maus. The thing about the Maus is it's got the highest hit points. I believe it is the highest in the game. If it's not, it's very close. Which means when you talk double, and I know I keep saying double, this wasn't a double mission, but when you do the double missions, it's 6,000. So while it's great at blocking, that's a lot of blocking. There's a couple tanks at lower tiers that are pretty good at blocking and have a lot less hit points. It's a little bit easier to do so. I think the Lurva for one is actually only like 3,000 or so, something like that. 3,200, 3,400 maybe. This one was that total mission though, where you need 14,000, and that's pretty awesome, man. Really nicely done. That's for the Object 260. So that's the top hardest one to do for the Object 260 for the blocking missions. For the it's not for Germans, it's for heavies, right? They're broken down by class in the first campaign. So there you go, guys. That's kind of how you do it. What you have to do on games like this when you're doing these missions, and this is what I've learned while I've been trying to do my missions as well, is when you have a chance in a game like this, you have to play to that chance. So sometimes you're just going to look at it and go, yeah, my chances aren't great. I'll do my best. I'll try to work it around. But this one was a fantastic possibility for him based on what there was out there fighting him and the Maus, and the idea that there was only one artillery that was going to, ruin his day. Hit him a couple times, died. That helped him out quite a bit. And then just a really nice master's class on angling the armor of a Maus. All right. That's all I've got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support of the channel. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. If you're looking for other ways to support the channel, it's down below in the description. That's all I've got for today. We will see you.